So I've been using the slurry for a week now, and I started off using it on Gizmo, Minnie and Ziggy. Though midweek I stopped it with Minnie because she really wasn't enjoying it, and although she doesn't always eat, I can usually assist feed her quite well, and occasionally she will hunt for herself. As you may know in previous videos, she was not born but hatched with a bad eye, so this can hinder her hunting skills sometimes, so I thought the slurry would sort of help bulk her up a little bit, but I'm just going to keep helping her out with eating. As for the other two geckos, well, you've probably been watching Gizmo a little bit. She's not the easiest gecko to give the slurry to. She'll walk off a lot, and she'll even wipe the slurry on my hand, kitchen roll or my trousers. But I found that once their head's tilted back and they're continuously licking, that seems to be the best time to feed them the slurry. Make sure though they're not trying to lick their eye, because you don't want that slurry just getting in their eye. Also, I found that they both were better with a slurry when I fed them around late afternoon to early evening time in comparison to 1 or 2 in the morning. Because I'm pretty much nocturnal, so I'm up at that time. Gizmo still isn't showing any interest in live food, so I will continue giving her the slurry for a bit longer. She is still most definitely ovulating like the rest of the girls. She is also going to the loo, but choosing odd places to go. For example, I found that she decided to go inside this hide. She digs a lot in the corner where she would usually go to the loo, so I don't know if she's leaving this as a possible egg laying site, because she did lay an egg there last year, but honestly, who knows right now. Okay guys, so here's Gizmo. When I last weighed her, let me just get my paper out, it was on the 24th of April, so 5 days before I started doing the slurry, and she was 48 grams. So obviously I wasn't happy with that, so I'm just going to weigh her on here. Just to say, these are normal kitchen scales. I actually get a lot of people from America ask what these are, and I guess it's, if you're making cakes and stuff, a lot of your stuff is measured in cups, so I guess you don't need this. We usually weigh stuff in like ounces or grams, so most kitchens have the scales. Right. She is 51 grams, that's perfect. It's good. You know, it's 3 grams like gain in a week, and although 3 grams to a lot of people who have reptiles, much bigger reptiles, 3 grams doesn't seem very much, she's gained a quarter of what she's lost already in just a week. So I'm happy with you, Gizmo, you did well. Now for Ziggy. Okay, totally different response to slurry. As you can see, she'll just sit there and eat it. I don't think she's really underweight when I first gave her the slurry, because she's quite nice and chunky, but she wasn't expressing any interest in live food, so I thought this would help. The other day I presented her with some mealworms, and she actually got really excited and ate one, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing, it works, it actually works. But unfortunately she lost her interest in them afterwards. One thing I've noticed with both Gizmo and Ziggy in particular is that they either completely ignore their food, or they sniff it and make this weird face and then walk off. Okay, now Ziggy's turn. I weighed her on the 8th of April. So that was about 21 days before I started the slurry, and she was 60 grams. I think she's quite a curvy little gecko. She can sometimes seem a bit small, but I think she's got some curves, so let's put her in the scales. Yeah, sorry, small, yeah. You don't want them leaning on the side because that'll give you an inaccurate reading. Yes, okay. Okay, 62 grams, we finally got there in the end. So she's gained 2 grams, but to be fair, she has only had 5 out of the 7 days of the slurry. So she didn't have the first day and she hasn't had hers today, but 2 grams, you know what, geckos are a wonder. She looks actually a lot chunkier. She's 62 grams now, by the way, but she looks very chunky. She was interested in live food. I'm not overly worried about her because 62 grams is a really good weight for a female, so I think she's doing well. I thought also that I'd quickly mention some things about the ingredients, because I know some people ask me about alternative things they could use. So I looked it up, and the diet has been developed over a long time and it's very specific, so swapping things around may actually hinder your gecko's health. So I'm just going to quickly read out a few of these things that I found out about each item. So the Hills AD pet food, that's high calorie and high protein. Now as for the squash baby food, I know some people asking me whether they could use different flavours. According to this, squash is a complex carbohydrate that is not a calcium binder and keeps the slurry in the gecko's GI system a little longer for better nutrient absorption. The pedalite or diurolite provides electrolytes to provide kidney function and prevents dehydration. The Ensure is another high calorie, high nutrient liquid that is not dairy products, is lactose free. That's one thing, when I was first looking at this stuff I thought like it's like a milkshake style, and I was like, wait a minute, some humans can't even deal with cow milk, let alone animals. But yeah, it's lactose free. So was all of this worth it? Well, I added up all the items I bought to make the slurry, excluding the vitamins, calcium and mealworms because I already had them. It came to nearly £9 and this made lots of slurry. So far I've only used 2 cubes of it and my geckos have gained 2 to 3 grams, which in my eyes is a bonus and a steady weight gain, so I am happy. Has it got them straight back onto live food? Not exactly, but I'm optimistic and will probably continue doing this slurry with Gizmo for a little bit longer until she gets back into her normal routine. I would recommend this Golden Gate Geckos Slurry, and if you want any more information on it I will put helpful links in the description below. I may do another update in a few weeks or so just to let you know how things are going. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Leopard Gecko Talk on the Golden Gate Geckos Slurry 1 week review.